Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a very familiar ship for some of you. The BCG service ship, Indino. Hero ship of Downed and Drowned. One of my favorite series we've ever done on this channel. But this is not the ship we're going to be playing with today. This is just serving as a spawn, and I pasted it in for the nostalgia. Today, we're going to be building an aircraft carrier, a proper one, not a merchant ship converted into an aircraft carrier. And we're going to use that next week to do a little friendly community competition. And it'll be a lot of fun. So we've got with us today, we've got He Who Types, who is also Coldstone, Sugar Glider, who is also Henry, and Vengeant Mjolnir, who is just Vengeant Mjolnir. More people may join, and everyone is welcome up until we max out the server. The password is in our Discord, so if anyone wants to hang out, head on over. Hey Alien, how's it going? So, has anyone had problems spawning? It looks like I see Vengeance Signal, I think it's everybody. I know Brocktree's with us, but he's downloading the mods. So, I figure what we can do. Well, first I need to give all of you space magic powers. So now you can use copy paste shenanigans. So, obviously we have to start on the shore here. And start building things, so I figured I'd just throw a sprue down. And while we get things started... we need to figure out, like, exactly what the rules are for this. Like, we want it to take place in survival, for sure. But I think I want all the planes to be on the carriers to begin with, and then when you're out of planes, you're out of planes, right? With possible like reinforcements that can be spawned in by an admin or something during the fight, but I don't want people to have infinite planes to sink carriers with, because then people just jump to kamikaze, right? Limit the number of vents. That's a good point. Just a few vents on the ship, so that if you knock out the vent, the whole thing goes down.
Any escort ships?
I wouldn't mind escort ships, but I do not think that people are going to, there's going to be enough people. Let's get these guys in here. Hello, Ollie and Bluecent. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome.
But I'm thinking we go a little bit more realistic with the length of the carrier. So more like... because the longer it is, the easier it is to land on, I will say.
Longer and wider.
Because
the first thing is to make it so that if you make it back to a carrier and land, and your ship is plane is mostly functional, you can spawn in a fresh one.
So I was thinking about that, but I was also thinking how fun it would be to have people able to repair their planes. Because I'm thinking of the chaos, because some of the most fun I've had in Space Engineers is repairing battle damage during a battle. I don't know. That's just me. But just going nuts with hand welders, patching holes, getting things working again, trying to make it work.
You're not wrong. It is fun.
And I think the planes could be fun with that. So maybe Amos Burton just popped into chat, says sub DE, kill Ollie. All right. There's some feelings there, I guess. Oh. So we got to start from the bottom up. So this is going to be the keel here. As far as weapon mods go, I'm okay with just using the pill fit ones, and then we can talk about plane mods later, like plane weapons. But this particular world has a what's it called? It has a 30% modifier to damage for weapons, because I feel like core weapons do too much damage, if that makes sense. Turning the weapon damage down makes it a little bit more arcadey. Why is there a weird little hopper thing? Ha! Got him. Okay. So we need to make sure everything's balanced on the ship. That's important. Do we want to do World War II style carriers, or do we want to do more modern carriers? World War II style is a lot easier to build.
Now, which World War II carry do you want to do?
We're not going to do a recreation of any of them.
Well, I mean, this is going to be based off of, we can base this off of like one of the not nuclear power, but one of the flag carriers, like, I don't know what class it was for the Enterprise, but something like that, or the New Yorktown.
Enterprise was Yorktown class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do the early Cold War style.
I think this might be too narrow. Like, we might need to go a little wider than this.
Straight deck is easier to build. Angled deck gives you a landing platform and a takeoff platform at a time, but it's Space Engineers. You don't really need both.
I think we'll do straight deck. I think straight deck is, and we can always do, because I know that we've got somebody in our Discord building. We've got a few somebodies building actual, like, modern style carriers, and if we could do another one of these later with like more jet fightery stuff. So for this one, we can just do straight deck carriers. I could get the airplane, like the propeller mod, and make all the planes have propellers and stuff, which would be pretty cool. We want to make sure we have at least 2 elevators. They could be side, they could be center, because early Cold War, they did start experimenting with side deck elevators, which are better than center deck elevators, because you can take off and land with the elevator down. Amos, no, we don't need the plane part mod, because cheaty wings are no fun. It's more fun to use the aero mod and build the planes that way, which is how we will be building the planes. So that way, as plane bits get shot off, the plane's characteristics change, and it's harder to control and all that fun stuff. Okay,
I'm gonna drop out of voice until the mods finish downloading. I think
Okay.
a gator ate my Wi-Fi connection.
Well, you could just go outside and punch a gator or something. I think that's a sport in Louisiana, right? Gator punching.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, yeah, just go do some gator punching until it comes back. Let's see. Well, so with the plane stuff, when we do the plane stuff, it doesn't matter so much if you are not very good at building. I'm going to encourage like team building and stuff with that, and then we can we can give it a selection of what planes people want to buy, or not buy, build, use, whatever. Words are interesting. We're gonna want to ice cube tray the bottom of this so that one lucky hole doesn't sink the whole thing. From experience. If anyone's watched some of my streams on Twitch, bad things happen. Let's see here. A few different curves on the front. I can't remember what. I think the wider bottoms are more stable. So to be clear, this is just the bottom. So we're basically just building the buoyancy chamber right now down here.
Needs to be wider.
I think. Well, I mean, we can build this out more. So we can go. Let's go to. I think 1 block extra will be wide enough, or should we do 2 block extra? Right, just 2nd block. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to be the width of the thing. These are going to be just really big ships, which is fine. And then we'll work on getting that curve in there like that. The least amount of hull slope, the better with this mod. Okay, yeah. So we want even though this curve is beautiful, we want a flatter bottom boat. Everything's going to be a river bottom because it's the way the mod works. And then we can curve the hull farther out above.
I'm thinking where we have the bases over here should be the bottom. Like from this point where I'm at right now all the way over to here should be the bottom. But we can have this as part of the ballast flood section, in a sense.
So it takes a surprisingly small amount of buoyancy to float very, very large ships. The buoyancy mod is real. So, or the water mod really likes floaty. Oh, we've cut something off. We're going back. All right. Let's let Vengeant get the hull started, and then what we can do. If everyone else comes over with me, I'm building a platform over here. I'm gonna put a couple planes down that I have, and then we'll talk about sizes.
How do you do the drag effect on putting down a block?
Shift, or shift and control.
That did. Thank you. It's been forever since I've done creative.
See, F10, what was it called? Bomber. Fort Bomber. So these are a couple planes that I have that I know fly. They actually both flew in the series. Let's see. I'm looking for some more planes. Hang on. So the other thing I was talking about, like this, I just want to look at sizes for now, right? So these planes are both fairly small. So I'm thinking like a deck foot. We need to define we need to design an elevator that does plane sizes similar to this, but is, you know, they could be bigger, they could be smaller. And then once we have a decent deck footprint for an elevator, then we can decide where we're putting the elevator and what the hangar layouts and stuff should be. What else do I got plane-wise? What was the name of that? Alphabetical creation dates. Oops. I have to scroll back past all of my so many DX designs here.
Yeah, I need to start making a folder just for Draconis.
Okay, this is one from Finder's Keeper. This was a pretty decent airplane. It reaches out. Let's see, what was another one?
Yeah, this looks familiar. Well, familiar
This
from
is
the
an actual
recordings, you know.
This is an actual naval plane. You recognize the plane? Anybody? It's a Cold War era plane.
Fuel critical.
I feel like I did a pretty good job with it.
A Fate U Crusader.
Yep. It is a Crusader. And like all my planes, they have retractable landing gear.
I built this this yellow thing on one server with the airplane mod, but who knows if it's any good.
So this probably won't work because it's got the digi wings, the cheaty wings. The cheaty wings I don't like the cheaty wings because they act as thrusters. If you look all my planes, the only reason we have the plane parts mod is so we can use the wheels because the wheels are so good. But yeah, so I mean, you can also see the difference in size between like World War II-ish plane and Cold War era plane. The Crusader's so big.
But that could be the basis of the maximum size for the elevator for this thing to fit in.
Yeah. Vengeance, you doing okay over here?
Yeah, just setting up the compartments. People can absolutely change it all they want.
Yeah.
Right now there are 5 wide compartments.
That should be plenty.
Bottom center is passages in case we want to be able to run along it. We can just add doors or whatever else we need to get into the compartments.
I did nothing to this plane, and it's already being broken by Clang.
So anyway, what are we thinking for elevator stuff? You thinking something smaller like the Toblerone over here, or something that can carry a big boy plane like the Crusader?
I would say it should have the capacity to carry a big boy plane.
Okay. So I kind of like the idea of a larger elevator for a big boy plane, but I want kind of all the planes to be on the carrier already. So if they take larger, more powerful aircraft, they're gonna have problems because they're gonna run out of planes sooner. Where you could take shorter aircraft or smaller aircraft and squeeze more of them in.
So that comes down to the question of, do we want a design for strike craft for like a quick response, and then have somebody who, as part of like a first strike fleet carrier?
So what I was thinking is that we leave that to the teams, right? So at the beginning of the match, the teams go in there and they go, okay, and they can fill their carrier with as many of the planes as they can fit in there. I think we'll have parking spaces of a specific size, and you can't have more than one plane in a parking space, but a plane can be in more than one parking space, if that makes sense. So that way we have an absolute maximum number of planes, but we also have this Crusader is very unhappy. I'm just going to get rid of it. But we also, let me make the sun come back. There we go. Oh, sudden boat. Don't get too crazy with the pasting stuff in.
Did dropping that boat in cause all of these waves?
I think so. That's new, isn't it?
That's incredible.
Oh no, Ollie set the wave height. Could you please put the wave height back down, Ollie? Thank you.
Good timing.
It's a cool looking gunboat though. Who made
That's
this?
actually a good question. What is the weapons going to be for this?
So, the weapons. So we've got Northwind. I was leaning towards no weapon AI, so everything needs to be able to be controlled manually, and I don't know if the Northwind turrets can be controlled manually. Which would mean if they can't be controlled manually, that would mean, I don't know, do the custom turret controller with weapon core, they always can be controlled manually, right?
Northwind railgun turrets can be controlled.
I wasn't thinking railguns, I was thinking the 203 and the smaller. Let's see what we got. Where's Northwind? Like the 100 millimeter and the 203. And I'm thinking the like the single gun turrets. If they can be controlled manually, then those are the only weapons I really want on the carrier. I wouldn't want anything bigger, and I'd probably say no more than 4 203s, and maybe 4 of the, maybe 8 guns total. Hello, Nabarine. How are you? I can't hear you, Nabarine. Is Discord set to the right? Can you hear yourself? Okay, check your routing on GoXLR. Try push to talk, see if that works. Oh.
Hi, can you hear me
Hey,
now?
there it is. I can hear you now. What? Okay, we're not are you just checking to see if those work? We're not battleship gunning.
No, I am actually checking to see if these can actually be controlled.
Okay, what about do we have the 203s? Let's see, single gun turret.
Yeah, they can be controlled.
Oh, excellent.
So my 2 test flights indicate that I should remain on the ship as a gunner.
Well, right now we're worried about building, so. I think those ones can be controlled as well, Henry. But we're not worried about those big boys. The little ones can be, and that's all we're going to be using. Okay. It's just an airlock, this door here?
Yeah, the start of one. No ladder though, and I'm not quite sure how to feel about that.
I mean, if there are hydrogen tanks on board, it'll be fine. We can make ladders here. Wouldn't be too hard.
We can. It just means the airlock would have to be above the pressure doors or the pressure cells, and that's kind of where I'm torn.
Yeah. Ollie's got a point. We could put the airlock at the very bottom of the ladder. So, like, make the airlock go along the keel this way. And then, we could make cutouts in each cell, and then put doors leading into them in each one. If you look at, if you go to Indino and go into the bowels of that ship, she's got that same thing going on. Let me see if I can find the actual entrance. I don't even remember. Yeah. So this one has the airlock at the back, at the top. Yeah, but we could easily do it in the other direction too.
By the way, hi chat. I feel like I haven't been here in ages.
That's because you haven't been here in ages.
I was haunting people, okay?
Yeah.
It was very important work.
But did you have fun?
I sure did. It was great.
Good. Very good.
Okay, I'm gonna start. Let's see. It's here. The part sticking out in the water is intended to be the front of the ship, yeah?
It looks to me that way.
See if I can build a bow that looks halfway decent. Or should I start on the actual decks? I don't know. We'll need power generation. Should we make them nuclear carriers just for the heck of it?
Why don't we just use hydrogen engines?
I'm good with that.
Well, that's the question. You know, how much power needs to be drawn to charge the batteries?
Structural question. We have the air cells. Do we need a mechanical deck and then a flight deck and then the actual runway?
Yeah, we'll need a mechanical deck and then the flight deck. And the hangar decks height will be determined by the elevators. If you want an idea of a piston design elevator, this design is very simple and it works well. The single piston elevator over here, you're welcome to do a dual piston design. They're a little more flimsy, but they're more reliable. But this clangs out less. So you can see how these elevators work over here.
How important is that block on the bottom of the piston? Is that just for aligning it to get the height between the decks?
Yeah, that's just for aligning.
Okay, so are we in creative, but suddenly hydrogen matters?
Oh, hang on. So turn on creative mode in your Alt F10 menu. I'm working on an engine room.
Okay, so this is essentially just the hull?
This is just what we're standing on is the floaty bit of the hull, yes.
Right, okay.
I was thinking we have like 2 offset engines to kind of have this bit of a pattern, you know.
Could do that. That's fine with me. I was thinking of so we'll also need, let's see, 6. There you go.
Also, too, I don't know if this color would actually work well.
This is a community build. I'm not gonna dictate anything. Okay. May want an auxiliary engine room forward, so I'll run a pipe that way.
How much would I invite Clang if I put the elevator piston on a rotor so that I could get displacement?
You can try it and see what happens. Oh, I forgot about these new square pistons. They look really cool. Let's see, 4. Again, we'll go here like this.
Now, is these tanks too far back, or do we want smaller tanks?
So if you put large tanks in, we need to make sure that they can be armored because they go boom, right?
That's true, but I'm talking about the position right now. Would this be
I
fine?
would put them towards the center of the ship and put them inside some armor. Some heavy armor. Remember, we need to mostly balance it so it doesn't roll.
I assume you've already explained the concept of the battle, yeah?
Yeah. So we're gonna do community carrier battle, and it's gonna be awesome. That's what's happening.
And everybody gets the same carrier, which is what we're designing now.
Yes. Oh. Welcome, Block Tree.
Thank
You managed to fight the alligator and get what you needed from it?
Yeah.
Okay. So we got auxiliary engine room, main engine room.
Well, it lines up.
It does. So I've found I have better luck with the angled blocks on the corners. Yes, because I just something about the collisions just are a little happier. I can't remember. I think I put angled on both sides, and that seemed to work the best. But who knows what Space Engineers has done to collisions since then?
Fuel critical.
Thank you for the engine room. We can actually have a little walk path, like a maintenance walk path that goes down the line, checks over the tanks, and
Oh,
looks over the
absolutely.
engine.
Absolutely. I love it. You want everything to be accessible because you're going to take damage and you want to be able to repair that damage.
So we're mostly just looking at power. Do we want assembly available so that so that people can build if they need to?
I'm sorry, what?
So we're looking mostly at power. Do we want there to be building capabilities?
Well, I don't want like a printer.
No, I'm talking about like
Storage?
storage or basic assembly.
I don't.
So that people can maybe fix things, or do we want to just give them set fixings?
I think we give them set materials to repair stuff.
The only pause I have is I remember trying to do that once and people not having things in their cargo.
Well, I know a good way to do it.
Okay.
Let's see, uranium ingots. There you go. That'll slowly fill the... Do we think that... I don't think this is going to be enough fuel. I think we're going to need some of the large tanks.
Okay. We can easily do that. Just 2 large tanks would be more than plenty.
Do you want to put them below the waterline and get some extra buoyancy from it?
Oh, there's...
There's an unknown signal.
We could just... How big were the buoyancy chambers again?
5 by 4? I can't remember the width, but they're 5 long.
Okay, let's see if I can squeeze a... Okay, I won't be able to squeeze hydrogen tanks inside the buoyancy chambers.
Because I was thinking like a lower reason, like you would go into the what's known as the engineering level of the flight deck, and you could just walk down the catwalks to inspect the tanks and the engines, and have means to get into the more grittier parts of the deck without or ship without actually being involved in the where the water splashes into.
Yeah, so I mean, we absolutely could just do a bunch of the small tanks, which honestly might be better for redundancy. But, or I could just rip out maybe in the middle here.
Could put 1 or 2 in the stern.
Well, hang on. There, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fuel critical.
There we go. Those, and we'll just pipe those up and then plate over them, and then we've got 2 big old hydrogen tanks, which could very easily break the back of the ship. So probably want to put the heavy armor around at least part of it. Just to join the parts together. And I think I'm going to put 1 line of heavy armor down the keel just to make it harder to break the ship, if that makes sense. Also good ballast. Go. Boat. Oh, I'm seeing what looks an awful lot like a flight deck. Oh no! Oh, that's gone wrong.
Sorry, I think you attached that to the railing, and when I deleted it, it fell.
Might need unsupported stations.
It'll have more supports as we build, but yeah.
It's actually a good thing I deleted that, because that was attached to the elevator. Oh, Ollie, you're saying it was something else. Okay, never mind.
Everybody fix. This is the downside of being in... Actually, you know what I can do? Tools... No, I want scope missions. I have disabled damage, so hopefully that won't happen again. So if we do drop stuff, it won't blow anything up. It'll just drop stuff. I see we've already capped these. That's great.
No, we have those 2 tanks there. I don't think I'm going to need these smaller tanks unless you want them for redundancies.
I think you should keep them for redundancy. Plus, they look cool.
Will do.
We'll
Also, too, trying to splash some more color in this.
Oh yeah, feel free to color things. Putting some gyros down in the machine spaces too. My only concern with the elevator is that too close to center? Because I think maybe the extend, like the piston can stay where it is, but put the edge of the elevator out like farther out here and bring the other edge towards the piston itself. For 2 reasons. One, you can get some slabs to cover the piston, so it prevents it from getting whacked by ebony fire and just toppled over. And it also gives you a lot more usable flight deck.
Is that because landing on the elevator would be tricky or cause physics weirdness?
Okay, so right now you've got... It looks like you're planning on having 2 elevators right across from each other. Now what happens if they both get blown up?
We're not planning that. That was just mirror mode when Ollie was filling stuff in.
Oh, okay. So we're not planning on an elevator right there? I would think both elevators would be on the same side of the ship. Could be on opposite sides, doesn't really matter. I know on real carriers they're on both sides. And the flight deck can go farther to the sides and to forward and stern than the whole ship's hull itself is. That's what, like, real carriers do that too. They're not slab-sided monstrosities. Let's see here. How's the bow looking? You messing with the bow, Nabarine?
Attempting.
There are all sorts of delicious new slopey slopes that you can mess with too.
I would have to redeem that code.
Nope, these are all base.
Ah.
So if you just look at, when you hit G without even searching for everything, you've got the sloped at far upper right corner. You've got the sloped
corner
tip, and then if you go just to the next row on the left-hand side, you've got the transitions.
The transitions.
Yep.
Look at them. They finally did that.
Yep. Okay, and then
I'm going to lower one of the pistons to see where the room is.
it's okay. Leave the piston alone. He's working on the elevator.
Ah, okay. I was just trying to flesh out more of the engine, the maintenance area.
So, I believe this deck here that I'm standing on, this is the floor of the hangar deck. So, the whole of the ship doesn't have to be hangar, but the more hangar there is, the more planes there are. So, that's a thing. Okay, let's see.
Till I work on the stern.
Sure, if you want to slap some propulsion down there, and I would put like little propulsion pods so we don't stick it inside the stern. Let's just stick with small thrusters. We can do what? What do you think? 4 forward thrusters, and then maybe 2 in each other direction. They should be large and ponderous.
Alrighty.
And we can always add more if we need to. Okay, so how long are we? We're looking very carrier-ish. Are we going to do a proper right side island, or are we going to be weird and go left side island? Or are we doing Japanese style and no island at all?
I like it on the side. It's a target for people to hit if they land badly.
I like it off to the side too.
That elevator positioning more how you like it?
Yeah, that's much better. Because see, now you've got a lot more room to zip down the center here. So even if that elevator gets taken out, there's still plenty of deck to land on. Depending, of course, on the type of the size of the aircraft.
Well, you have some blueprints. Do you think that elevator is going to be big enough for a lot of these planes, like their wingspans?
Let me get them for you. Let me see.
I mean, if we're going to go realistic, this is still too small.
So that's a design that I've used, and it works quite well. We can always go even farther out on this side if we wanted, because if you look at I guess it's not quite as egregious on this ship, but you can see how much farther out from the flight deck the elevators go.
Sorry, I was trying to coast off the
Yeah,
elevator,
no
so I
worries.
had
So
to
so
stop
this
it.
is just one option. Like, the planes don't have to look like this. I do have now this one uses all sorts of plane part and thing gummies, but this, I believe Scarlet built this one. It's missing the engine. This actually, I believe, has folding wings and everything. And has a actual, honest to goodness, torpedo on the bottom of it. This is from our last carrier battle, which I think it must have been on Twitch because it's not on YouTube. And so that VOD's gone forever. That was so much fun.
I'm going to leave it. I think it will fit most things.
I think this is big enough, yeah. And this also gives a constraint for people when they're designing their aircraft. If they want to go bigger than this elevator, they're going to have to figure out how to do folding wings. Which I think is very exciting.
It would be cool to see somebody actually do a wing that folds up, but it actually curls in.
Oh yeah. Blue set, you want to stick some cargo down there for storage for parts to repair aircraft and patch up the carrier should it need it?
Sure. Let me see about putting some cargo containers down in the billows.
Let's see. See here, let's start building more hull. I
I think that's enough storage right there. I'm kidding. I'm going to put more on the other side so it's more balanced.
Is it okay if I raise the elevator to place a block right next to it?
Go nuts. You also play with the speed. That's literally the default.
Yep. Honestly, that is probably fine.
I was tempted to use the big red button that has the small ones, and then if someone misses, I could set the other ones to have the piston go super fast.
Just launch their plane off the deck.
Hey, is your plane VTOL? Let's find out!
The panels on the deck are a bad idea, Ollie. These panels here. They, if you land on them and you're at speed, it rips landing gear off. Lights, the corner lights are good for marking things because they have no collision.
So why would we build the deck out of solid blocks? Wouldn't we want to build it out of half blocks?
Half blocks are a lot less sturdy.
Yeah, more prone to be just vaporizing. I mean, realistically, it makes sense, but even then, you want to have like something for them to be able to work on. So having lights from the ceiling would work.
Yeah, fair. Hit them and then it just leaves a hole in the deck.
So yeah, what's this here? I have found in Space Engineers marking the edge of the flight deck is a very, very good idea. Okay.
We may have to change the offset by a little.
Is this the island engine?
I'm just toying with an idea. See, lay it out. If people don't like it, we can rip it off.
We can also do gun tubs that stick out from the hangar deck if we want. I'm good with the island being there. It's very, very forward carrier class. If you're intending to build on just one side, you should turn off your, yeah, there you go. Turn off mirror mode. Let's see. I'll grab this and add a little bit of belter to this thing because I have to.
I don't know. I've done something. Yeah, I did something. It can be totally ripped apart, as most of the things I've done do.
I will come look at the something in a moment. I'm already starting to greeble. Forgive me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
same here.
See how we did with the bow here.
Oh, it's bad. I can't figure out how to make it become that triangular shape that juts outward.
Okay. Do you want to come over here and I can show you?
I mean, I suppose, but it would be easier if you just greebled it, because I know you want to.
If I show you how to do it, then you don't have to have your inferiority complex reinforced.
I don't know. People enjoy building.
So,
Besides, you know me, I make faces in Space Engineers.
I mean, it is cute. So, what I do when I do a bow is I start with the just the center line shape, right? I want this to come up a little bit. All right, one more. There.
Fuel critical.
Because once you get the two-dimensional shape in place, then the three-dimensional shape is easier to find because you've got all those adaptive blocks, right?
I suppose.
Hey D, can you flip it to nighttime so I can see the deck lights?
I'll get it.
Thank you.
Never mind.
Oh, you don't want them blinking, you want them just on.
Well, I'm trying to set the radius.
I mean, what you
But-
or if you really want to be fancy, you set them to like blink in a pattern from stern to bow.
I don't know how to set that up.
Well, then I would
Okay,
just
yeah.
leave them. I would just leave them on. We're not going to use the Burt guns. We're going to use 203s or 100 millimeters. So not the Sea Whiz. The Sea Whiz is too good against aircraft. Let's see. I'm gonna make it light again, if that's okay. So we can all see.
Yeah, that's fine because I got it to about near proper. Because they were set to like maximum and they were just flashing the entire ship.
Oh, I just remembered. We need to make sure we have air vents in places. I can't see down here. Okay, hang on. We'll also need a medical bay somewhere. That should probably go on in the machine spaces as well.
You sure? Because it's going to be very cramped down there.
Perfect. Sure, I can find one place to put it. There, 2 survival kits. One right by the right by the fuel, so don't get hit there. Oh, there we go. Hey, Sheriff Takari. And then I'll also need 1 port out the side here. Yes, Ollie. We're going to turn off their AI and make them manual. Yes, Ollie. We're going to turn off the AI and make them manual. So, Nab, do you want to mess with the bow now that there's that 2-dimensional shape?
I mean, I'm filling some part of it in, but not much.
I would... Yeah, that's fine. And then you can leave these spaces here hollow for extra buoyancy as well.
I was looking at actual aircraft carrier bows, and it's like this bizarre...
You got the bulb at the bottom.
Triangular, like... it was like a triangular Y. I don't know how else to describe it. But I was attempting to do something and just don't know how to do it.
That's a hard shape to do.
Yep.
I will try to make the 2-dimensional shape.
I mean, I figured that if anybody would enjoy trying to figure it out, it'd be you. But if you want to greeble other things, then go do that. I shouldn't be. I don't want to do the bow.
Okay.
Build the control tower because I'm hitting a wall on this thing.
What is your tower supposed to be? Just like the control tower?
Yeah, basically. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's a thing hangs off the side of the ship that we can look at planes fly when they're trying to land.
Do you want to go like, hey, let's actually fly, like land planes here, or do you want it to be more tactical?
Thought was bay windows, so you have a really good view.
Yeah, see, and that's what I was thinking too. If you wanted to make it more of like a windowed tower, then that could be fun. But in order to do that, you'd have to lose a little bit of this structure coming up. How far up do you want the tower to go?
I was thinking 5, but when I did it, it felt too tall, so I'm a little unclear. And honestly, this whole thing could be torn down if you've got a better idea.
No.
I'm running out of thoughts on this.
Hold on. Do you want... I think it could be fun to follow your semicircle rather than make a tower in the middle of the semicircle. And just have the staircase be not necessarily in the middle of it, but
do you want to turn a nav cam on so that we can figure things out? So people can see what you're talking about instead of just staring at me do the bow?
Sure. Right. Anywho, so if we take down the tower part and then turn the semicircle into more of a windowed, just, you know, semicircular tower, I think that could be creative and fun.
Yeah, maybe give that a try.
Fuel critical.
Okay, I'm starting to work on the deck lights to do more of a chaser lights.
I look forward to seeing it.
So you're thinking windows like that?
Yeah.
Follow it around?
Yeah, follow it around. And then we could, if we wanted, well, they don't really have room for armor on them, do they? But you could do the panels, I guess. If we did the armor panels in between windows as well, then you could have room for staircases to connect to the panels on the wall.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Sorry?
I said I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
There.
Give me a second.
Okay. I think I've started to get the shape. I think I need a bulb. It won't look good without a bulb now.
Energy low.
Yeah, like that. I thought maybe even putting like 2 stacks of will it let us do that? Put 2 stacks of windows and then, yeah, and then a panel line on top of that. Whoop. Control Z.
I'm gonna give you the main camera, I think. Because you're actually talking and interacting, and I'm just sort of sitting here.
Okay, I don't have music going, so it'll just be the sound of the waves.
Echoing nav, what? Ryder, is it constantly echoing, or is it just occasionally reading through my mic?
It's probably that.
Didn't hear that.
Oh yeah, that's looking good.
It's probably that, D, that it's you and it's our sound. We haven't done this in months. That's not gonna... you're pulling...
I'll go deal with it.
Sorry, guys. Give us a second.
What do you mean I'm echoing now?
Fuel critical.
Oh, I know what's happening. I should have fixed it now. The nabcam sound was on for some reason.
Oh no. Shoot. These creative tools are dangerous.
What have you done?
Well, I apparently deleted the wrong block, and so all the panels have disappeared off of one block.
It's fine. I have the block picker mod, so as long as there's something nearby, I can add it quick.
Oh, that's really... I was like, how is he doing this? Okay. And then I suppose we would wall it off except for the door. And then we'll figure out where the stairs will fit after that. Should we...
I'm looking at it from here, and I think I need to cut it off and move it one whole block out.
I think you're correct. It's gonna be too small if we don't. What?
Okay, I have bulbous bowed the carrier bow, and I'm willing to accept criticism at this point.
Fuel critical.
I need this guy.
Bigger.
What?
Make it bigger.
What, the bulb?
Yes. Make it bigger.
Looks about right to me. I guess I could come out just a couple more blocks. There we go.
Hello, Fonzie.
We's building an aircraft carrier, Fonzie. You gonna tag along? We haven't played with you in ages.
It's true.
Ages and ages. All right, awesome. Fonzie's coming in. It should be 8. Nab, what do you think of the bow so far?
I will come and look.
I want you to look in my hallway.
Okay.
Is that better? It's not perfect, but has the right feeling, I think.
Yeah. There's an alien, it looks like. I'm trying to remember what it is. It's a Star Wars alien.
Oh, the flat-headed one, right?
Yep.
Does definitely look like that. That's for sure.
It even has the little chin thing. But it looks a lot more detailed than mine did, so... So what do you think? Windows again and dome it?
Yeah, I was gonna dome it here, but I think you need another layer to walk up to.
Yep.
I think 2-layer windows.
Yes. And then dome it. Ooh.
Looking from the edge of these windows is tricky.
I'm gonna take a look at this over here. Oh, it's like a panoramic view out the side. Look at that. It's like the cruise ship carrier. I love it.
The cruise ship carrier is fantastic.
Ooh, look at those blinky lights, Blue said. Look at them go. Where's the other elevator going? Or are we just gonna have the one?
Well, I was gonna put it on the other side of this, but when I pasted it in, I think I moved it a bit further back on the ship.
There's still enough room behind for one. They put one right behind this thing, and then that'll be 2. Hello, Fancy.
Hello.
It has been some time.
It really has.
Let's see. Let's see. Those turrets are down. That looks good. I think these 2 100mm turrets, if we could drop them 1 block down so that they're not above the hangar deck where they're gonna get smashed into, or above the not the hangar deck, above the flight deck where they're gonna get smashed into. Oh, Ollie's saying the same thing. Yeah, just 1 block down. See how those forward tubs are? The 203s are fine, but if we can drop the other ones down a block, yeah, there we go.
Okay, flight deck lights are now synchronized.
I see that. It looks great, man. If you don't want to put the elevator behind the island there, you could put it directly opposite of the island.
That's a good idea. Yeah. Does eat into your runway a tiny bit.
Let's see, let's go to here. I mean, it's gonna, but... they're all in, looks like. I'll change the nose here. change it from that. I'm gonna go. This will look better. Okay, so we've color coded the carrier. If you're coming in for a landing and you see black and white stripes on the back of the carrier, that's the back of the carrier. If you're coming in for a landing and it's red and white, wave off, you're going to the wrong side. That's the front end. I should go back to working on the bow now. It still needs work.
Takari's in chat.
What do you need, Takari? So the cool thing about chat is you can just type your question and I can read it. Let's see. Go here. Oh no.
Oh.
Who did it? Who deleted it?
I think I might have done that on accident. Can we do a undo?
Control V. Paste it back in. You don't need to spawn anything in, Takari. We're building a carrier right now. You don't need to spawn anything. Blue said go ahead and just hit Control V and paste her back in right where she was.
I'm trying to, but it's giving me no good.
You can move it farther away. Everyone fly up and away, so if he's got more space. It was inevitable this happened at some point.
Okay,
there she is. Close enough.
Yeah, that was a flub up.
Hey, hang on. I'm gonna take it out again.
So I was trying to put down a plain line to fill in, but somehow I butterfingered into X and hit the left click, and that just did that. I'm like, uh-oh.
Oh, that's not gone well. I need to bring it a little higher up. Hang on. There we go.
I might need to have some sort of privileges so I can fly.
Oh, yes. I suppose you want to join the rest of us with magic.
Oh, I mean, I can stay down in the lower tier club, but...
Get Takari's as well. Takari, please don't go nuts spawning stuff in. Let's see.
Sorry for slacking, D.
You slacker. Brocktree, you still working on the stern, or are you good with the engines?
The gators ate my internet. I'm rejoining.
Okay. Might be fun to we could probably put a couple gun tubs on the stern. Like, I'll put like little placeholders for them.
You know what we might want to do is build a couple autocannon turrets to shoot other planes down.
I mean, if they're manually controlled, that's fine. Because the whole thing is everything's going to be manual control. Okay. So we can go more bow stuff. Let me just.
Energy low.
The heck? There we go. I've given the carrier 6 air vents, so that should keep it upright. I'm down here in the engineering room. Don't forget to add lights down here, Blue Set. It will be impossible to do anything if you don't.
Yeah, I'm just also trying to figure out what type of how I'm going to do the hanging catwalks.
I mean, they can be braced from the bottom too. It doesn't really matter.
That's true. But I want the aesthetics.
Ugh, I don't know what I just deleted. Was it a freaking window? I was all the way on the other side. It's a window. Thank you.
I'll be right back.
I'll do it.
The reason we sound annoyed is because our children are leaping off of something and slamming into the roof or the ceiling of this room. Oops.
Children will do that.
They do that, that's for sure. Why is that backwards there? Actually, you know what we'll do is pull this out like this. This out like that. Oh, they got Ollie. The alligators.
Are you gonna get the reverse thrust up in the bow, or do I need to put it in the stern?
I can put it up here.
Okay.
Oh no, I didn't have mirror mode on. Oh.
Oh, is there anything I can help out with?
So the hangar deck is still mostly untouched. You can see where it's going to be. There's also the machine space below the hangar deck needs work as well. Blueset's been doing that. He's been messing around with that. I've been struggling with the bow. I had a solution, and then I didn't turn on mirror mode. So I'm having a time.
I'll see if I can work on that hangar deck.
There. Okay, we're almost there. There we go. I think I've got the bow done. It's not the prettiest bow ever, but it'll do the job. Zalfian Mars, if you've accepted the rules, it should just let you in. Let me see. Not even seeing that you've joined.
Was there a general plan on how these hangars were supposed to go?
They need to be, so we need to have like distinct spaces for aircraft. They don't have to have anything other than like markings on the deck or anything. But basically, there will be no more than one aircraft per hangar space, but you can have more than a hangar. An aircraft can take up more than one hangar space. So there's, like figure out, oh, do I want this bigger and with more powerful, or do I want more aircraft?
I see. And were there any size restrictions for aircraft?
Zalfion? Oh, sorry. I mean, look at the elevator. Zalfion, it does not show that you've accepted the rules. So I don't know what's going on. And I don't have time to troubleshoot right now, unfortunately. More actual bow shape than most of yours? Yeah, I mean, I tried. I think actually surprised how well those lights look. Oh, we can have crew spaces here if we wanted. Oh, we need. Where's Nibbles? I have placed Lord Nibbles upon the ship. We don't have a mod for Josh. I think I put a plant though. Couch that has it? Yes, it is the couch that has it. There we go. At the port bow, we have Nibbles, we have Josh and his attendant Nibbles, and at the starboard bow we have another med bay.
Yay! It doesn't sink.
What, the carrier?
No, the frigate I built.
Excellent. Do we want enclosed sides for the hangar, or do we want to leave them open?
Depends how we want to launch them.
Off of the deck like normal people?
I'll see. I'm just kind of experimenting at the moment.
Vengeant, did you have a druther as to where the other elevator is going to go?
I like your idea of across, but I was worried it would cut your runway a little bit.
Let's see here.
If I need to move the tower, I can cut it and repaste it somewhere else.
I mean, if it's just armor blocks and stuff, you could just stick it like right behind this forward elevator, and then put the other elevator right where the tower is now. That would probably work pretty well, yeah.
So flip the elevator to the other side? Or sorry, the tower?
No, so hang on. Let me see if I can show you what I mean. I have to take a copy of this. Who's holding you? The heck? move it to like there. So if you see the copy I just took. So it pushes that island forward. And then you can put the elevator where the island used to be.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay.
Does that work for you?
It does. I might move it one further back from the elevator just so it's not quite so close, but I do like it there.
Okay.
Or near there.
Yeah, and then once that and the other elevator are in, we can figure out a way to get from the hangar deck up into the elevator from down below, so we don't have to only rely on taking the elevator to the hangar deck and then coming up to this gorgeous, beautiful, I can see everything. Also, there needs to be a pilot station up here somewhere for people to drive the ship itself. And then we'll need another pilot station down in the engineering spaces for auxiliary control.
Yeah, the catwalks are upside down, so we do have a surface to attach things.
Awesome. Weird, Zalfion. That's a weird one. Sugar Glider, I can't help but notice that you are sitting on top of what appears to be a Civil War era monitor.
Thank you.
What's that? What was that? Something went Bidoo. I think this has been a really fun community stream so far. All the stuff getting done. How we doing down here, Blue Set? Ooh, I see lights.
Yep, lights and a walk path.
Hmm.
I think where I put it one space out is actually too far, but what do you think?
Can you take a look? Hang on. You can put it here if there's one thing you can do to make this right. Hang on. Give it a little bit of bracing and it looks like it's supposed to be there.
Yeah, I can do that. I'll probably put it one space out near the edges, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, however you want to do it, but... And then, yeah, some bracing underneath and all that. Everything should look fine. And we'll also need just to offset that. Oops, not that many. I should be fine. I put some batteries on the other side of the hull to offset the weight of the island sticking out like that. And that should take care of it. Love profile narco sub. Let's see how well this thing does with... I'll use the copy over here, of course. Is that not moving? Oh, I know why it's not moving.
I've realised I've made the individual hangars a block or two too thin.
happening? Why are you not moving? What is going on? Why you no move? Should move. Why no move? Oh, it was a desync thing. Cool. Let's get my plane. Let's go one I know really well. We have our engines on. Groups don't. Okay. I think I've got some power issues. Yeah, I've got power issues. What is going on? Oh, I'm on recharge. There we go. Well, the other thing we were talking about with the airplanes is like maybe limiting them to a single gyro. Maybe 2 gyros or something like that. So that it's the larger airplanes actually turn slower. Yeah, Archangel, isn't it? You can tell building's been happening over here because there's a bunch of like carriers pasted everywhere. I don't know, feeling how non-nimble this aircraft is with 4 gyros, I might increase that a little bit. Okay, can I land?
Less nimble will make energy and dogfights more important.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so good at this. I still got it.
It's looking real good over her.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Should we have the arresting cable mod in the actual world? Or should we just stick with rollout and brakes?
It's going to depend on how much ping and how difficult it's going to be for people to land. I kind of want to say no arrestor cable, but if people have a hard time even lining up properly, that might be really rough for them.
I was also thinking I will leave this world after we blueprint stuff. I might leave a world with damage off. Actually, I might turn damage on. Oh, I guess we're both landing, Ollie.
It flips the catwalks around so you had places to put things, by the way.
Ah.
Some of the catwalks, not all of them.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how on earth they were going to fit.
This is a really good design here for landing. It's really easy to land. Okay, dear thingy, why you no go uppy? The elevators. Oh, gosh dang it. No. Elevator does not appear to want to go. I don't understand why. It should be going.
Wait, why is the piston on a hinge?
The elevator piston is on a rotor so that we get rotor displacement and can line it up with the deck.
Why is this?
Oh my gosh.
Warning, gunfire, not aiming at anyone.
Trying to figure out why the elevator is no longer going up and down. There we go. Apparently that was the problem. Okay, we can't have anything right up against it, looks like. I'll fix that.
Yeah, I thought just increasing the force it can actually push up. Saw a bunch of clang sparks and I quickly brought it back down. I'm going, yeah, that's not going to work.
Yeah, no, it should be okay now. I think I fixed it.
If it still causes problems, you can always put in blast door blocks so they have less collision.
They're problematic with building, with driving airplanes over.
That makes sense.
Let's see. Trying it now. I think it was unhappy that there was something right against the piston.
Vengeance.
No, actually, I think that was me.
Okay.
Because I was trying to section stuff in, trying to make this area a bit more, I don't know, secure. And I think I might have broke it.
Okay, well, there are a couple things missing.
Okay, so Ollie has an alternate design for the observation tower that looks pretty damn cool.
Let me go over.
I like the cruise ship one we've been working on, but his is nice.
His is nice. The 203s can't be there. That's too much. I want the single 203s only. If you put single 203s there, I'd be happy with it. It's very Saratoga.
I was about to say he's building a Lexington class.
It is pretty cool. I don't know.
I just realized something. 203s never used flak ammo. Oops.
Well, not in. I mean, these have flak ammo in this one, I believe.
Yeah, but if we're building straight deck Yorktown classes, then I shouldn't use flak ammo.
There were so their 203s didn't, but there are rounds for a 203 that are VT fused. They had VT fuses for a whole bunch of different stuff.
So, if this is a community build, I'm going to be that person and be like, so why are we building a separate carrier on the island?
It's not, that was just a test carrier for people to mess with.
Got it.
That's why there's a yet another one across the way.
Yeah, I know.
So this one, I'm going to delete this one over here because this one was just to do the demonstration of where I thought the island should get moved to, and that worked well. Ollie's Island looks good, but I will put it to everybody what island they want. I do like the cruise ship island a lot. The other one looks very World War II.
Yeah, I mean, it looks that. So for me, it's not like, hey, we're doing a thing and it has to be this way, as much as it is. This happens a lot when we do community streams where somebody does their own thing the whole time, and I'm going to try and make it stop.
Okay, there we go. Ooh, someone has been busy in this hangar deck, and it is looking fine in this hangar deck.
Yeah, that was me.
You did a good job with the lights.
Thank you.
Hey, Blue Set?
Yepper.
Could we move the access for the hangar deck, like, to the very stern?
Oh, absolutely.
Not from the hangar deck down below, just so that we don't have to worry about airplanes just like, I'm just moving around, bloop, landing gear down the hole.
Well, that was my question, is trying to, in a sense, signal that we should actually have at least the back portion of the ship actually sectioned off. Because otherwise, you're just having another hangar deck underneath the hangar deck.
What? I mean, we can put whatever we want down in the machine spaces. Like, if you want to put crew quarters at the stern, I'm good with it. The hangar deck is just huge and open, as it should be.
Yeah, because I didn't know what the direction was at this point in this lower area, so that was just building.
There's no direction, so I mean, the hangar deck is big enough for all the planes that anyone could ever want, I think. We do still need the other elevator installed.
Where is that being installed?
I think just astern of the island. Or
so the back part of the hangar deck, maybe.
Or we could put it on the port side up here where I'm standing now, because nothing's been touched up here. That might be easier.
So is this enough hangars, or do we need more?
I'm working on... What are you working on up front here, Who types?
Sort of like a little, just where they put the medical and the stuff.
Oh yeah,
just
like a little living
quarters.
space. I'm totally fine with that. So I was thinking elevator, maybe right here. What do you think, Vengeant, where I'm standing right now? This is probably a good spot for an elevator too, and then that way we don't have to cut up Fonzie's already greebled hangar back there.
I mean, I could still add more hangar spots.
So further towards the nose and opposite side.
Yeah, and then we could just kind of kick it out over here and stick it, kind of like what you did with this one. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. In fact, if you want, I can just build one real quick.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, it could be slightly smaller or maybe wider but narrower, however you want to do it.
Let's see. Let's see what I've got. What we got here? We've got 4, 5, 6, 9, 5.
There is some
6.
space behind the hangar deck if we needed anything else.
Actually, let's go back one here, back one there, back one there. Let's go there. Here we go. Boom, boom. Boom. And delete all these. There we go. Boom, boom, boom.
Actually, yeah, the back of the hangar could have like a grinder pit or a welder wall, as someone said in chat.
We're not gonna do welder walls. I guess a grinder pit's okay, but usually you're not gonna try and mess around with things like that if you're in combat.
Fair enough.
Let's see.
Yeah, Ollie, go ahead.
I mean, if anything, we probably could make them a little bit brighter or have them go down, have the offsets so that way they project down like fluorescent lights.
Where was that? It's down.
Hey, Rush.
Apparently, Russia's still over the water mod.
Yeah, well, maybe the water mod is over her. Okay. I still like hope for fish to be like floating in midair.
I remember that. So delete this.
So we have a little bit less than an hour. What are the main things that must get done? Because I feel like most of it's done.
The second elevator, which I'm working on now. Are we sticking with the cruise ship island?
I mean, did you make the decision?
No, it's a community build, so.
Yes.
So I'm not going to dictate to my community what they should take. Yeah.
You wanted a way to get from the flight deck up to the observation deck, and
Yes.
I'm not super jazzed with the flat side of it that is facing the actual.
We're not either. But that is just what we had for the time being.
No, I'm saying maybe we put this below the observation deck, and this is the way to get up, and it gives this great panoramic view of the side of the boat.
Oh, and then we stick the other one on top.
Yes.
That would work.
Well, you guys can magic that because I don't know the controls to do that.
Let's see, what is this? cut into the deck once there. Yep. Okay, and we'll cut there and cut there as well. I need 7.
And then it's like the cruise ship elevators up to whatever deck.
Yeah, and if it goes under the water, you'll have a glorious view of all those fish.
Yay, fishies!
Could we call it the fish tank? The fish bowl?
I like that. That's what I like about community builds is they don't need to look like any one particular thing. I like that they're hodgepodge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right back here. I gotta use a bio break and grab a little snacky.
No snacky. Snacky not allowed. Must not snacky. No snacky attacky.
You can't tell the attackies when they can attack.
Yes, I can. I have Space Master. I can tell them whatever I want. Okay, so I do need to bring that out one. What was your rotor displacement, Vengeance? Do you remember?
It was 35, I think.
Looks pretty good.
Tell you what, the difference between that observation deck and this observation deck is very, very stark. You go into the other one and it's just like this very dark. You come in this one, it's this massive space. You can see everything. It's kind of funny. You people crashing planes?
I mean, why not?
I mean, it usually devolves into that.
Well, it's good to get the practice in now because damage is off.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to go that far, do we? I don't.
Whoa!
Sorry. I never assessed to be a good pilot.
Well, aero mod is hard too. What?
What happened? What happened here? What's going on?
Uh-oh.
Okay. Now I need...
I mean, I don't even try landing in War Thunder, I just crash.
That sounds like a you problem.
Fonzie, where did you hide the lights?
For the hangar deck,
Yeah.
someone, I think Ollie put some spotlights in each bay. For the yellow lights, I don't know where those are coming from.
Yeah, that's
Those
what
are
I'm
from
wondering.
the top. They're coming from the top.
The second carrier that I pasted, come look at the fishbowl and tell me what you think.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh yeah,
they're
that
on
looks
the.
great.
That's pretty funny.
And then just like fold in the side to the side of the deck there, yeah.
Yeah, I'd want to put it one closer, but the idea being flipping it upside down so that the dome's actually on the bottom.
That's awesome.
We'd have to redo the stairs, but that's probably fun.
So Ollie, if you want to see what they've done with the fishbowl over there and see if you can get the top part of your tower on top of that kind of thing, and then when you get it all figured out, we'll come do it on the live carrier over here.
Ollie, also don't forget your smokestacks inside your smokestack.
Okay, I'm back. I got some lemon blueberry loaves and some cinnamon coffee cake slices.
That sounds delicious.
I'm not supposed to have tasty things like that, and I don't like it that you do.
Well, normally I don't either, but my family went to Costco and got some and brought it home, and I'm like, how can I refuse?
Okay, I'm confused. You've got yours perfectly level. With the rotor displacement of negative 55 or negative 35, I've got my rotor to negative 35, and I'm still peeking up over the deck over here.
Are the blocks where the rotor is sitting?
Rotor.
I'm sorry, what?
I used an advanced rotor. I'm guessing the heads are slightly different sized.
Oh my gosh, that is the dumbest. Okay.
Yeah, advanced rotor heads are actually bigger than normal rotor heads.
I just chose it because it was square and I wanted to put a square piston on it.
It is very well lit down here. That is fantastic.
Hey, Vengeant.
Yes.
You're gonna probably want to move these up and down buttons, not on the runway. I would have them off to the side. That way you don't hit them.
Oh yeah, they were temporary placement.
Yep,
Okay.
that was the difference. That
Feel
yep.
free to move them.
That's so dumb.
All these towers just bouncing down the beach.
Why can't I place this now?
I don't know if any of you guys have gone running down this hallway at the very bottom of the ship, but it gives some very Space Mountain vibes.
I don't understand why. Oh, that's why. Because I'm trying to put the wrong block on!
We'll take it block off.
I'm trying to think of making a crew quarter area with a small little medical room.
Mm-hmm. Well, then you want to put like railings over here.
I was thinking of walling it off.
Just walling it off.
There's also
Well-
an empty space above this empty space.
Yeah, but I'm thinking that's going to be filled with aircraft and people working there. So I'm like, yeah, let's just work down here. Why
I mean,
not?
I mean, it depends how many hangar spots we want. Currently, we've got 8.
Well, then I need to build a crew quarters of 8.
Well, the more hangar slots means the more ready aircraft, and that's part of the scenario we talked about, was that once you run out of aircraft, you're done.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you're gonna want as many aircraft as you can have. So we'll just keep it to down here. So Blue Set, the only other thought I have though is if somebody needs to repair something down here, they need a way to get down there. So maybe a door.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm trying to allow my kitty cat to jump on my lap, and he keeps staring at me, acting like I'm not giving him room.
That's because cats are demons.
That's fantastic, Ollie.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can I make a Reaper drone?
What's a Reaper drone? I don't know what that is.
It's a UAV that just flies around and watches.
So what's funny about those is that the Army uses them as part of the field exercises to make sure we are used to working such a thing. Well, some lieutenant, a fresh butter bar, had a brilliant idea, which usually doesn't go well. Let's send out the UAV out there before we even get there, so we get the surprise on 8-1. Nobody was out there, and he got somebody who is not trained on the thing to use it, and he was told by the lieutenant, let's use the same radio signal so that way we can actually work on it. They don't function on the same radio signal. The user manual for it specifically states, do not, under any circumstance, you put it on the same radio frequency as your radios. It will interfere and cause it to lose connection. Guess what happened?
Nothing bad. Everything was fine.
The end.
Oh yeah, you wish, but this is in Louisiana, so no.
All right.
So, what specifically Fort Polk, Louisiana. So
yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah. So what ended up happening is, as soon as they got up in the air, going, "Oh hey, it's up in the air," and it just starts going, it's like, "Oh no, what's happening? Why is it doing that?" And they lose connection with it. It took an hour and a half before they got communications to it. It was, I don't know how many miles out, but it was far enough away where you could not see it. I know, gray object in cloudy skies, who knew? And it was in a jet stream heading north in Louisiana, and they lost communication with it within about like a few minutes. So guess who had to go about and searching the swamp? The person who told me this story. They went searching in the swamp for like a week before finally some dude finally looked in his backyard in his tree and found a UAV drone in the tree.
Yay, military.
This is mine now.
Yeah.
He has said that if this was in my tree, I am never giving this back. But of course, UAV drones are serialized, so they have to give it back. So they had to make sure to get it back. Otherwise, they had to explain to some pissed off angry senator, why the military spent so much money to lose this precious item.
I mean, how would a Reaper drone end up in a tree? Those things are huge.
Some trees are huge.
Trees in Louisiana are huge, and also too, it's styrofoam.
That's not a Reaper drone.
Reapers they're the size of like private aircraft. They're big. Reapers are the ones that carry Hellfires. You're thinking of the
Scan Eagle.
Yeah, Scan Eagle.
Well, either way, that story of Reaper drones is As fun as they are to throw and use enemies, boy, are they expensive if you lose them.
Yep, that's true of a lot of things. Let's see, I want this here. Nope, I don't want this one. There. Alright, my elevator's got an armored well. And that's looking pretty good. And I tried to match the aesthetic. It's a little smaller. A little narrower than the other one, but it should still be fine for most aircraft. Sir, you can't park here. See, I need to figure out what that's called.
Sorry, hitting control to slow down doesn't work.
That's actually advanced rotor on. There we go.
Okay, Ollie, you can paste your thing on here now.
Oh yeah, I'm on the highway to the danger zone.
Highway.
Don't worry, Henry. I'll get you up in the air here. There you go. Okay, stop it right on here. Maneuver it, maneuver it, maneuver it. Get it right in the middle of the elevator. We'll get you down in the hangar. I would shut your engines off if they're not. Your thrusters.
Done.
Are you inside the lines? Looks pretty good. All right. We'll find out. If you flip over, you did it wrong. Looking good. Awesome. Awesome.
We're at Fonzie.
Down in the hangar bay. Yeah, there's a, in between the wedges, there's a, yeah.
Uh-oh, are these, they might be okay. Panels on the airplane wheels do not react together well, unfortunately, Fonzie.
I don't think I placed the panels, but noted.
Oh, okay. Well, whoever plays the panels, I mean, sometimes you can drive over them, sometimes you can't. So, as cool as these arrows are, I do like them. I think they're gonna have to go and just be done with like a yellow stripe. All right. Holy cow! This stream has flown by.
Yep.
Whoa!
There's a lot of yep.
Don't try that when damage is on.
I know.
You enjoying how that plane flies?
It's something new. I haven't flown like these things before.
Good to get the practice.
I just kind of find it funny that his name is Sugar Glider.
Yeah. Oh, Fonzie, this hangar looks so good.
Thank you. I think Ollie's been helping as well.
But that was a joke that I was trying to play on someone at one point. Because my actual name is Henry. What I go by.
Bit more time to try a hand at a catapult. The only thing I'm concerned about with a catapult is that the smallest thing that goes wrong will destroy like everything in that whole area. Because catapults are super chain pistons that are told to expand altogether, right? That's how that works. I'm guessing it's basically just a piston cannon that shoots an airplane.
I mean, if we were in space, I would say use gravity generators and a bunch of mass blocks.
Oh, like a battle star?
Maybe.
These autocannons, they can be controlled manually, right?
The ones on the back?
On the stern, yeah.
I presume so.
Let me see.
Russ suggests, by the way, if we want to get rid of the paneled arrows, you can just use the inset LCDs with arrows on them.
Oh yeah, that would work much better. This is why Rush is on the payroll. Confirmed can control the autocannon in the back. That's awesome. All right.
I figured something would.
It
felt like it needed something there.
We will probably need another build stream to finish this carrier, I think, because we've got all the structure done, but we're gonna need to do a. How you doing, Brocktree?
This is interesting.
Yeah. They fly more like real airplanes, but not really.
I reckon the hangar's pretty much done, except for if we want arrows on the floor.
So we have to also make sure that whatever aircraft are put in here, they need to be fully powered, because there's no plug-in.
Well, that's okay. Like we can make sure that when people bring their stuff in, that it's fully charged. If they build it in survival or creative mode, it'll be fine.
I mean, it shouldn't be too hard. Yeah,
what I can do is I can at some point have in this Brocktree at some point leave this world up in creative mode after I take blueprints of everything and let people build their aircraft in this world. I'll just switch it to creative. And that way people can have all the mods and all the settings correct. I think the settings are not correct, though. What is going on here? Oh, they're not, are they?
Slash 1D.
I think the one problem with the hangar deck is the walls are only 1 block thick. Not very armor-proof. Armor-proof, bulletproof.
The arrow settings were slightly wrong, so the planes will be much faster. Oh, those LCDs, that does look really good.
Now, we're not, I mean, none of this is heavy armor, right? Because the point isn't to, like, survive, 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 survive. It's to shoot each other up, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some heavy armor in some places, like around the pistons and stuff, so they don't get shattered so easily.
Looks very pretty.
Good news, she floats.
Huzzah.
She floats pretty even too, which is even more important.
Uh-oh.
And that's why I turned damage off. The structure's not completely done, Takari.
Side too, Neb.
Yeah, so you can't get you can't get over here because the staircase is in the way. How'd you do that?
Right here.
I can't. Oh, there it goes. That's very difficult to slide through.
I'm gonna put a half one there. I just want to know what it looked like.
Got it. Well, you did a good job with the room, though.
I haven't seen the completed versions of these yet. Oh, instead of these LCDs? Here, here you go. Oh, I see why you use these ones, because you've got medical and science bay. Well, those runway lights are obnoxious.
Yep.
I like this. This is fun.
That's why I wanted the runway lights to actually be less intense, so it doesn't flash the entire ship.
Oh, hang on.
It's the whoa. It's the fallout or bloom. I can't remember what they call it. I think it's fallout.
Fall off?
Fall off, yeah.
Falafel.
No, it's the radius, because it's meant to blink so you can guide, not light up the entire area.
How's that looking?
Much better.
Blue base fixed.
Whoa, what the? What do I want to do?
I'm going to see how that looks at night, so I'm gonna change the camera.
Okay, go for it. Bring it to the nighttime. Oh, that's good. I can see it all right.
From how far?
Let me back up. Okay, hang on. I think I can fix this.
Rush says increase the offset of the lights.
Well, when I increase the offset, it looks weird. There we go.
Yeah, that did it.
Okay, and you can see it well from far away.
From quite a ways off, yeah.
All right, I'm changing the day.
What we might also want to do is put more corner lights on the white stripe so you can see those all the time. But that doesn't have to happen right this second. Taking periodic blueprints of the one we're keeping. Is the dome in its final location, Vengeant?
I think so. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm just trying to recreate the bottom of it.
Okay.
I like it.
Ollie, if you want to start sticking your thing on top of there, that'd be good.
I think Ollie's busy making connectors.
Oh.
It did shrink the height of the fishbowl by 1.
Yes, I see this. That might
Anyway.
change the stairs, but that's okay because we're not putting anything important up there.
Yeah, the stairs, I
have
just
to head
basically
off.
cut a hole
Thank
into
you.
the side of the flight deck just for starters, but we can move whatever needed.
What's with all the pistons? What are those for? For holding the planes down?
Oh, the connectors, those are for connectors, those rotors. I think Ollie's doing that, but I have to go, thank you.
All right. Well, it was
Thanks
fun
for
playing with you
stopping in.
again. Yeah. We'll probably do this again next week. Get some more shenanigans beat out here.
Yeah.
So I was thinking we were going to battle next week, but I think we've got some more carrier to build.
Yeah, the carrier
Definitely.
I'm not sure is done.
Yeah,
No, it's not. I'm gonna sign off because children are being crazy and it's near the end of the stream, and so I'm gonna go.
Thanks for your help with the dome.
Yeah, thanks for letting me play.
This thing's looking pretty good. Oh, 2 weeks is Thanksgiving? Okay, so maybe the week after Thanksgiving then.
Next
see.
week is not Thanksgiving, but the
But-
week after.
Yeah, I know.
is.
But next week we're still going to be working on building the carrier, I
You
think.
turn off the nav cam.
No, you turn off Nabcam. Shikari, that's what Space Engineers channel is for. Because if I let one person start pasting in random things to show off, then everybody does, and then the server starts
Pepperoni and a
falling
rubber
apart.
mouse does not work well.
Pepperoni and a rubber mouse. Do I even want to know?
I was eating pepperoni and using my mouse.
I do like what you did with my notional gun tubs back here, Brocktree.
Thank you.
The different way people greeble is just so great. That's right, I need to stuff a couple of thrusters in here somewhere. Almost forgot it. I really hope we can get a lot of people for this. If we could max out the server when this happens and we have 2 teams of 8, that would be fantastic.
Huh, so now I've run into a problem. Where am I going to put the entrance to get down below deck or get out from under the deck?
Thought you just put it way back at the stern. I can see the aft hangar is nice and complete. Are you planning on leaving the forward side open, Ollie? I'm not sold on these inset connectors. Like, why not just have a inset connector? Because I believe the little connectors can attach to the big connectors.
Man, I got so busy working on the stuff on the bottom of the ship, I didn't realize that this was all done over here.
Oh, up top?
Yeah.
Actually, I need to come down there. Do you have an access port somewhere? Or are you planning on cutting it?
Well, that's where I was trying to look for, is because I was putting it at the back of the ship.
Well, just cut a hole. If all that it has to be is one ladder hole, right?
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out where to put the ladder hole is,
Right,
so that
I
way he
mean,
can still.
So where I'm standing, you see my thing? I'm right at the back. So just as far back as you can go, right in the center, and then just cut that block right above you.
This thing sure does turn slow.
Oh, really, Ollie? That's lame. Oh, hey, that actually works really well. You can put a ladder well right here. And down you go. Oh, wow.
I may have to offset that by just a little bit, so that way you can actually get back up if you do use the ladder. Otherwise, just a shaft would work.
Yeah. Oh, this is cool, because like you can actually get out here and repair the engines and stuff.
Yeah, Navarine suggested that. I think she actually put this in.
Oh, you've got like a briefing room down here. Oh, this is neat. I haven't looked down here at all yet.
Yeah, I actually put this in thinking, oh, this would be nice.
Nice. Nicely done.
Then I look at the front and I'm going, oh.
It's okay if there's cruise space. Oh, this is so good. I love this. And the colors from the top actually add to the machine space down here. It does feel like the bowels of a ship, for sure. A little open for a warship, but you know, whatever. It's space engineers.
Yeah. Also, too, I was thinking that for an aircraft carrier, this is very open.
Yeah. It's basically another hangar deck, like you were saying. We could put some. I hesitate to say, like, let's put in some things to block it off, because it kind of looks cool all open like this, you know?
It does. It is actually very impressive that you could run up and down the entire length of the ship on the first glance, or even try to jet back through. But I've been so stuck down here working on stuff, I haven't even seen the rest of the ship, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, hey, I wonder if they're going to be impressed with this. And I look up top and going, man, that looks better.
Oh, don't worry about comparing. Like, it's two different things, doing engineering space and doing the up top space. This cargo container you've put into the floor, it's sealed all the way around, right? You covered it with armor all the way around, because otherwise that's going to be cutting into a couple of the
yeah, it's covered.
Okay, sweet.
But I need to move these engines over so it can be more airtight.
I mean, do what you got to do, man. You're the engineer. Ollie and Fonzie's hangar.
Wait, hold up. We have meteor storms here?
We shouldn't. What are the thoughts of helicopters for boarding actions? Interesting. I don't know. We'll have to have a discussion about that, I think.
Well, it seems like they're going to be target practice if history repeats.
Meanwhile, Henry's shooting off his little monitor over here. Did you turn that into a submarine? Did it just come up and go down?
No, I hit Z.
Oh, okay.
I guess in some sense, I actually did make the engineers' little habitat zone.
Mm-hmm. Why are we shooting?
Learning how to fly.
I'll stop.
I was going to say, how many more tests do you need to run?
It's at the very bottom of the rules, Zalfian. I'm looking at it right now.
I have figured out that I might need a camera so that I can actually target these damn guns.
Well, let's see.
I mean, unless they're custom turret guns, like using the custom turrets section, you could view just fine from them.
Oh, there we go. We've got the island attached. It'll need a little bit of smoothing in, but attached it is.
You're looking at the wrong boat.
Is that what's going on? Okay. Yep. I see we've got the island not attached. This Fonzie standing here. Off my boat, Fonzie. Only online people on my boat. All right, I think everybody should start wrapping up what they want to have done, because we've only got a few minutes left here, and we'll have another build stream next week. Well landed, Coldstone. Well landed.
Yep. My specialty. Crash landings.
Yeah. So, Archangel, the flush elevator looks really, really cool, and I was able to do flush elevators on my other boats, but Vengeance Trick with the rotor on the bottom enabled him to have one more block of vertical space in the hangar deck.
Oops.
Go out and look at the front here. There's building like a lore accurate aircraft carrier, and then there's us. I think we're basically just building a G.I. Joe aircraft carrier right now, and I'm 100% here for it. Because it's got like all the cool glass and shiny things going all over. It's so much fun.
Listen, kid, if I don't get an action figure and I don't get 25% of the sales profit, I'm going to riot.
So taking off, I can do. Landing, I just have to eject and just hope the plane lands itself.
I'm sorry, what?
When it comes to flying, I can take off very well. When it comes to landing, I'll eject and let the plane take care of itself.
No, it's not that difficult.
So what you're saying here is that you're wasting Uncle Sam's precious hard-earned $50 million craft.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, cargo space are now secure.
I forgot how fast Reaches Out was. Holy cow. I can tell it Reaches Out was a plane that I'd designed after I learned how to design airplanes. So see this flippy shenanigans we're doing up here? This is what I want to avoid.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's... I wish the control surface thing was easier to do. Because there's a way to do this to make the planes turn with the aero mod and control surfaces. Submersible airplane! Okay, so landing these is pretty easy. Takes a little practice, but it's pretty easy. Throw your gear down, make sure your wheels are on. Line up on any of the, like, half dozen carriers that are around here. And line up. Oh, this is the wrong side. I'm landing the wrong way. That was too hard. That'll probably break you if you hit that hard. Yeah, too much vertical speed there. All right, folks. I think we've hit about that time. We're all getting a little loopy, flying our airplanes around. Everybody finish up what you're doing. We're going to shut down the server in just a few minutes here. Everyone has to look at Ollie's hangar. This is the new hallway. This is the new wasted. Come look at my hallway.
So you have been watching the Wrong Way Out.
No, I haven't. That's a very, 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 very old reference.
Well, actually, he has made something like this for a Wrong Way Out, but it uses it to control the rover.
Disco. That's...
Yeah, he made a DDR controller for the rover.
I did see that.
This is marvelous.
See, I gotta get the dance on. Those are the emotes.
I mean, if you really want DE, I can put an OC block in the monitor and remote control the damn thing.
No. There we go. Dancing on the carrier. Dancing on the flight deck or hangar deck. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. This was a lot of fun. Looking forward to next week and finishing up the carrier. And then we'll have ourselves a merry little battle. And I'm hoping that with a couple streams leading up to, we'll have a lot of participation. So make sure you join the Discord. Make sure you read the rules. And then on that react roll, you click yes. Yes, I understand and I will obey the rules. And that's how you get in. And then you can participate. Anyway, folks, thanks so much. Have a great evening. And enjoy your weekend. Good night, everybody.
Good
night. You have a good one, too.